Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a trip down memory lane and looking at the iconic Singapore Grand Prix, one of the most exciting races on the Formula One calendar. This street race has given us epic moments, heart-stopping crashes, and some hilarious driver radio messages. And with the 2024 race just around the corner, we're also going to look at the potential winners in what's shaping up to be a massive three-way battle between McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari. Let's dive in. First up, Singapore is known for being tough. The heat, the humidity, and those tight corners really test the drivers. Over the years, we've seen some memorable victories. Fernando Alonso claimed the first ever Singapore GP win back in 2008, though of course that race will forever be tied to the Crashgate scandal. Lewis Hamilton has had some brilliant drives here too, like his dominant win in 2017, but it hasn't always been smooth sailing in Singapore. And speaking of not-so-smooth sailing, who can forget the wild crashes at Marina Bay? The 2017 race opener was insane. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen, and Kimi Räikkönen all collided right at the start, in one of the most chaotic first laps ever. The rain had turned the track into an ice rink, and it was lights out for half the contenders before the race even got going. But it's not all crashes and chaos. Singapore has also delivered some hilarious radio moments. Like in 2019 when George Russell's engineer said, "Let's stay cool," and George responded, "I've got two fans blowing in my face. I'm not worried about staying cool." That's the kind of humor we love in F1. Not to mention, drivers calling out how hot or sweaty they are mid-race, while zooming at 200 miles per hour through a tropical city. Now let's fast forward to 2024. The big story? McLaren's rise to the top of the Constructors' Championship. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri have been on fire, dominating races and pushing McLaren back into the title conversation for the first time in years. Their resurgence has been nothing short of incredible, and it's safe to say McLaren's young guns will be major contenders in Singapore this year. Over at Red Bull, though, things haven't been as smooth as we're used to seeing. Max Verstappen is still a force to be reckoned with, but Red Bull's been hit with technical issues, strategy mistakes, and some bad luck recently. Sergio Perez is fighting to regain form, but the team's dominance has been challenged more this year than we've seen in a long time. Could Singapore be where they bounce back? Don't count out Ferrari either. After some tough seasons, they've shown real signs of life in 2024. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz have been consistently fighting for podiums, and with the right strategy, Ferrari could absolutely take the win in Singapore this year. They've got the speed, but the question is, do they have the consistency? And what about Mercedes? They've been playing catch-up this season, but Lewis Hamilton is always a threat. If Mercedes can get their upgrades right, they might just sneak into the mix in this three-way battle with McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari. It'll be interesting to see if they can challenge for the podium in Singapore. So, who's going to win the 2024 Singapore Grand Prix? With McLaren on top, Ferrari resurgent, and Red Bull looking to fight back, it's anyone's guess. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an epic battle on the streets of Marina Bay. Could this be the race where McLaren extends their lead, or will Red Bull or Ferrari steal the spotlight? Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more F1 updates, predictions, and race reviews. Let me know in the comments who you think will win in Singapore this year. See you next time, race fans.